Oko page 25, bibi oho ehu rough. Demurrage. Now, committee na omukoye investigations no omuhu bibi. Mami dwedwe munchiraw. Committee ni se omukoye investigations no. Demurrage achi eye ECG containers. Egu eye port. Dubik Mahama. Afenyo Markin board chair. Omu ignore ye Emma containers we a pilot ka eye 1 billion. But omu nyesika edi cover 2 companies, etiomuka 177 million, any edi 23 million to just come and clear a year containers. Demurrage achi ECG containers could do 1 billion, over 1 billion. Afenyo Markin a board chair. He knows all this. He didn't say anything. Afenyo Markin, he knows all these things. He knew. He was sitting in the board meeting. Mumusa Afenyo Markin said, did he know? Was he briefed by the MD that this is the cost or the debt we are incurring as ECG under your leadership as the board chair? Does he know? Jakwa, ask Afenyo Markin does he know? Did he know? Kwasia, original parliament here. Let's all come together and fight this. It is the service and it is the custom workers. No, it is him. He's a businessman and a politician, and he's doing this at the same time. Now, now, point 2, page 25, or say, the committee obtained and reviewed the register of the demurrage containers, that is, with its related contracts, as of 31st January 2025, totaling 909,508,400 Ghana cedis. The amount of demurrage reported here differs from the amount received from the Materials and Transport Directorate. Now, omuko eye company na container ni si obo no. Omu say a car ECG de ewo eye containers na begu port one omu be yi no 900 million. But omu go ECG no, omu ko busa omu say na mo de ka sen wo port wo. Omu say de ka 1 billion. ECG for some de ka 1 billion. Nipa na ye de ka say ya de ka 900 million. ECG for omu de ka no, omu so omu de ka 1 billion. Nipa na ye de omu ka no, omu say da bi ye de omu ka 900 million. But ECG say it's still about 1 billion. This is Afenyo Markin. This is Afenyo Markin, board chair, and Dubik Mahama. This is their coordination. They are a very good pair. Now, who read 25 now? I'll say the committee compared the containers physically counted with those contained in the demurrage register to verify the authenticity of the demurrage claimed. Discrepancies were discovered herein. The total counted was less than what was obtained or contained in the register as reported under 421, and value of the demurrage of the containers counted totaled 432,500,800 Ghana cedis. In terms of me checks nankasano, containers pa aka was a ECG etua can 400 million pe. But so ECG wa they are giving you 1 billion. Now, and they are creating an impression say uko baby containers this is now 900 million. So the discrepancies are there. Right now, ECG account with Diankasa for the containers now port one, because our calculation now we are talking about over 2,000 containers which is supposed to be at the port. But as we speak, 1,300 and something is out. The shippers are calculating what is actually at the port that they physically see and charge. But ECG in their office, they are calculating 3,000, which in physical terms or to see realistically, 1,500 no, it's 1,300 no. But ECG on paper, they are calculating a demurrage for over 2,000 containers. Into ECG on paper, technically they have bloated the number and making you think this all port wa the number of containers are calculated say demurrage of over 1 billion no, and then but to do port wa containers are physically so kaya 400,000 Ghana cedis, 400 million. It does not get to that amount. You see what they are doing? The ECG on their document, on their computer, on their system, the instructions now Dubik Mahama any Afenyo Markin say they should keep that number. Some number no ema omode confuse energy minister no. Because when the transition was being done, they gave the transition team a number that is on their system. Whilst they knew, say, when you go to the port, that is not the real number. It is a number na ewo omo system no so no. Ene no de ma abuginapo. Enti abuginapo could report one say no. You gave me this number, but when I got to the port, it is even lower than the number. Then I need to open investigations, and then they are and it's that they were quick to come to market to say, and this is where we are container, because they knew that they had committed a crime. They knew that Afenyo Markin led that cartel. They knew that they had stolen from us. Into the moment the energy minister be investigations, and then on me fast because hey, and this is where we are containers, because they knew Afenyo Markin on it the big Mahama and the Kaligajepono. This is what they did. And I just say, Andy, my mentor had be a dangerous chain we. Shade, yan jumping ko page 46. Let's go to page 46. Shade be oho, you'll be shocked. Now, key findings: procurement practices in ECG. Afenyo obe hu bibi. Ebe shock we be twa wiyem. Mesi anadwi o senka eye jakpa okochi. Afenyo Markin. I'm telling you, he needs to be arrested tonight. He was the board chair. A chair catcher said he does not know anything about what I'm talking about tonight. Now, now, procurement in excess of approved budget. I'm going to be procure now budget so. Afenyo Markin. Remember, MD, he will need the board approval before he can procure anything. So when it comes to procurement, the board is the final say. Afenyo Markin is the board chair. Now, heard the Afenyo Markin, yeah. It was again noticed that every year, ECG heavily procured, thus overspent its approved budget with regards to procurement. The committee randomly selected the most recent years for review. The years under reviews were 2022, 2023, and 2024. Omo say procurement breaches be so crazy with ECG. Enti committee no investigation case okay. You who say in kratana yehwemu from the board to the management bibi so crazy. Year in year out no omo ko procure anaso omo ko tonyama sika omo so omo ko to me balloon into omo pick random years. Omo pick the year 2022, the year 2023 and the year 2024. Omo person omo share ECG procurement say board no agree to the procurement and sikana omuka say omde kotonyo no enwa na omde ye den omde tonyo no. Do not forget to say Napo na energy minister sa time away nyina esio they always consult Napo mema review ayana mu review ho asama ye kan ye koba no sa two companies Napo ni mu bi o anytime I di amembo Napo di no because me the Napo asemi bebrebo. Remember sa investigations we Napo na ye energy minister o sika na po wi aye condensate kwa nkan ho asem $2 million. Okay. Condensate yiraye e wo to condensate na po be ka say $2 million worth condensate worth $2 million e wi abo no man na ne koy okay ene kwa dem nko ho. But remember so aswa meka wo nyina no na po na energy minister na ma menko chiro procurement breaches and inconsistencies and discrepancies in the constituency on the consistencies the inconsistencies. Please for me here. Let's go to the procurement and see the discrepancies and the inconsistencies and how the consistency in the inconsistencies has made it so consistent that we know that there is some procurement breaches. Please, what you say? Ninyana say procurement obo krono yankoshe. Munya botela munya red no. Unim red. Now mumya 25, 46. Now these were the years they pick. Basungwa. Now omo pick value plan procurement 2022. This is what happened. And in 2022, na Dubik Mahama ene MD. Na Kaligajepo ene board chair. 2020, omo plan is on procurement of 1.7 billion. 1.7 billion. No, 1.7 million, sorry. 1.7 million. 1.7 million. And I'm going to say, get me right. 1.7 billion. And I'm going to say, procurement. Now, the actual procurement in the year 2022 no na 460 million. I'm going to say, procurement of the 1.7 billion. In actual fact, no, 2022 no procurement omo ye no na 460 million. Now, deviation from planned procurement, that means say sa di omo ye so beto ankasa omo nya to sika ekechire na 1.3 billion. Ye busa say sa 1.3 billion no sa sika no deviation no sa sika be 74% no efa. Initially, omo ka so omo ye procurement of 1.7 billion. Omo ended up in 2022 doing a procurement of 460 million. Now, at the end of the day, no, that means say aka echire 1.317 million, a billion. Now, the question here is, where is that money? Where did the 1.3 billion go? Because I didn't excess a cage. So the investigators, Ebusa Napo, where the Ebusa Kaligajapo, any Dubik Mahama say, mo project is 1.7 billion, but mo use 460 million into 1.317 billion. Where is that money? Now 2023, see value planned procurement omo yes omo be in 2023. Na 935 million. 935 million. In Kwana yes omo beto tonyama ama ECG. 935 million Ghana cedis. Now look at this. Sika kasa almost spending here at the end of the day no. 8.3 billion. See. Omo ka say omo be procurement of 935 million Ghana cedis. But at the end of the day, no, 2023, almost spending 8.3 billion. 900 million to 8.3 billion. Into Yabusomo say that deviation from planned procurement, which is 7.3 billion, no, so 7.3 billion. What you see? And this was 2023. Oh, yeah, procurement of 935 million Ghana cedis. It is how steady the rot actually started in 2023. Because you see, they projected 1.7 billion in 2022 and almost spending 460 million. Now, so by 2023, almost can say almost spending 935 million. At the end of the day, no, they had spent 8.3 billion. From 950 million, they ended up spending 8.3 billion. That means 7.3 billion aira. So investigators say, now you know, 935 million. Now you end up spending 8.3 billion. How? So where is the 7.3 billion? Remember, sa time no na Keligajepo and a board chair. Dubik Mahama, not that we MD. Napo was there. So Busa say, so where did the money go? You are jumping from 900 million to 8 billion. Over 7 billion is gone. Where did the 7 billion go? The 2023 election year, they needed the money. Now you see. And about 2024, how do you see it? I'm project here and I'll be I'm plan to say I'm a procurement of 1.3 billion for ECG. They ended up spending 8.2 billion. Another 6.8 billion. Sikani call him. Wait, na why na ye board chair? Eye Afenyo Markin. Why na eye MD Dubik Mahama. 2024. Our plan is say our procurement of 1.3 billion. They ended up spending 8 billion, meaning another 6.8 billion. 2023, 7 billion. 2024, 6 billion. Okay, the is saying 13 billion. Where is that money? When you put the other figures together, almost 14 billion Ghana cedis. Where did that money go? The investigations now move simple son. This is what is in there. Into Mumbusa Afenyo Markin as the board chair, Mumfred Kalikajepo, now Mumfred Dubik Mahama, Mumbusa Afenyo Markin said, you were the board chair in 2024. When they were going to do the procurement, they said we're going to spend 1.3 billion. What came up for them to spend 8 billion? As the board chair, you granted them that green light to go and spend 8 billion. What did you see for you as the board chair of ECG to allow this to happen? Afenyo Markin, all the money went to him. And Nuntina, they be original parliament. I am a businessman. This is what he has been doing. And for now, there, he should come and tell us, as the board chair of ECG, how 14 billion disappeared. Because from the documents and from the report, you can see 2022 they procured less than whatever they have done. What they have actually planned to procure. Because in 2022, procured 1.7 billion, but they ended up procuring 460 million, meaning they saved money. What happened in 2023 and 2024? That in 2023-2024, you projected, and I said, plan is to procure 935 million. You end up procuring 8 billion, 935 million. It didn't go to 1.2 billion. It didn't go to 2.1 billion. It didn't go to 3 billion. It didn't go to 4. It didn't go to 5. It didn't go to 6. It didn't go to 7. It went to 8 billion. Oh, my man. What at all did you procure that estimated cost of 935 million jump all the way to 8 billion? Now, 2024, you said you were going to procure Nyoma for ECG 1.3 billion. It did not go to 1.4 billion. It did not go to 1.6 billion. It did not go to 2 billion. It did not go to 3 billion. It did not go to 4, 5, 6. It went to 8 billion. From 1.3 to 8 billion. You, Afenyo Markin, you were the board chair. Without the board approval, Dubik Mahama cannot spend this money. Where did this money go? Now, you understand the job, my team, the job we do here. We are not joking. This is saving this nation, resetting the system. Afenyo Markin blow the money. At this point, and I go see a channel. Jakpa and the NIB. Afenyo Markin needs to be picked up. He needs to be prosecuted. He needs to come and tell us how and what he saw for him to approve 8 billion instead of 1.39 billion. Where did the money go as the board chair?